G'day guys, another ToolPRO tool today. This is the 18 volt 185mm compound sliding Mitre Saw. It is a kit. It comes with battery, 4 amp hour battery and a quick charger. I was being quite impressed with the ToolPRO stuff, so I thought I'm going to go down the road. So just whipped down the road and bought this from the local super cheap auto. It was on special, so I thought, what the hell. I've always wanted a battery Mitre Saw. Now it's only 185mm, so you're not going to be cutting through 100mm posts or anything like that, but should be good for a bit of a play. So I've got a couple of jobs coming up in remote locations that this will hopefully be very handy for. So straight out of the box, like I say, it's the kit. We've got the quick charger, a dust bag and part of a clamp, I'm guessing. No, there's the clamp. No, that must be the front, the locking mechanism for the mitering. And there's your 4 amp hour battery. Needs to be charged. Thankfully, I've got one here that I prepared earlier. So we're ready to go. Palestine in a bag. Isn't it cute? There we go. Right, I'm going to chuck a battery on it straight away and see what it sounds like. Well, she works. So straight off the bat, let's have a look at features. It's sliding, so it has a knob at the back here to unlock that. All good. It works. Chuck this knob in here, I'm guessing. Tighten that. Right, now we can move this. And this will lock it in position. Yep. All locked in place. Clamp goes in there. It's a hollow tube, that's not the greatest. And that requires a screwdriver, not a knob. That's a bit annoying. Nice and lightweight. Probably only weighs, I don't know, doesn't feel like much. 7 kgs, something like that. Now I haven't even made a cut with this yet, and I can already see I'm going to have to make some modifications. First of all, you cannot push it down without releasing the safety guard. Okay, that's fine. But then after doing that, you've also this little pain in the ass trigger thing here. It's to be pulled over to the side. It's got quite a strong spring on it. So when you put your hand there, you've got to push that over with one of your bloody fingers. So it's made for a right-handed person, which is fine because I'm right-handed. So you've got to pull this, lower it down, and then at the same time flick this stupid little switch across and then pull the trigger. So your hand's sort of twisting and doing this the whole time just to get it to go. So I think there might be some mods ahead. As you can see, this is just held on with 2 little screws there, so get rid of that nice and easy. In fact, the other one's more annoying than that one even. So this one here, I'll have a bit more of a look at shortly. Get that to stay down, so I can just use it as a saw without having to piss about. See, the Makita one here just has this push button on it. In the dark, turn some lights on, for crying out loud. So just has that on the top, just bang and away you go. Why is that not working? Plugged in, she's turned on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, she's switched on. What the? Something wrong with that bottom plug. So yeah, that I don't mind that safety switch because it's right where I put my hand anyway, so it's nice and easy, and the guard just automatically goes up and down, a bit clunkily now on the old girl, by itself as you pull the thing down. That's all it needs to be. Why do you have to have a safety tab on it? So bye bye. Now this comes with a laser. You can see there, which is pretty cool for that price point. And on the back, big knob, so you can do compound cut. Now that is pretty good. So you can do 45 that way, of course. You can do 45 this way, 45 this way, just over 45. You can do about 47 by looks. You've got positive detent at 15 degrees, 22.5 degrees, 31.6 degrees in both directions. So that's handy. I'll check how square it is shortly. Cute little dust bag for on the back. Just take that off actually. On the back here there's also a stop, so you can stop the height this goes down if you want to cut dado type things. Yeah, and that's pretty much it by the looks of things. Got a few adjustments just for getting things right. You've got the pin for locking that back down. Two knobs in here behind the battery for, like I say, the depth stop. But how does it cut? That is, of course, the only question you need to know. There's a tool on the back here, an Allen key on the back, jammed in such a strange fashion it's drilled out. Yeah, it's weird. So that's got a screwdriver on it. Phillips screwdriver, so you can undo that. That's quite nifty that they gave you that. That's on the back there. Okay, so it's test time. I've got a 4 amp hour battery, she's fully charged. I'll chuck that on in a moment. We've got 90 by 19 pine, followed by 75 by 50 rough sawn pine, 100 by 50 rough sawn pine. It goes through all those alright. We'll move over to the harder stuff. So 90 by 19 Vitex, 140 by 19 Vitex, and if all those go well, we've got 140 by 32 Quila. That'll be a test for it. Let's fire up. The blade didn't look too bad. She's got a 1.6mm kerf, which means less power has to be used for the tool to drive the blade through a bit of wood because it's nice and thin, and it's less timber that you waste. You know, it's just much nicer using the thin modern blades. It's a 185mm diameter blade. It's got a 16mm bore hole, and it's got 40 teeth, which is pretty good for such a small blade as a one that comes on a tool. Slight struggle there, but it did pretty good. Ooh, she's dead smooth. That's not a burn mark, it's a crack. Might try something a bit bigger. One moment. 180 by 45 Vitex, and this is a real dense bit of wood. Let's see how she goes. Well, she did it. Not too bad. Struggled a little bit, but you know, if you haven't got a good blade on your regular Mitre Saw, cutting through that's going to be a bit of a struggle. So I think it did admirably well. The dust collection, as you can see, we'll have a closer look here. Dust collection is rubbish, almost non-existent. Don't know if the bag, oh, there's a bit in the bag, but most of it, a hell of a lot of it, went everywhere else. So yeah, not too good on that front, but not many Mitre Saws are without some form of extraction on it. Now, I'm pretty pleased with that. The next thing will be how long does the battery last. Let's just see if we can have a look at the guide here. Still got 3 lights, so hasn't sucked a heap of life out of it, so you might get quite a few cuts out of that. This would be a good tool I'm picking for doing decking. Like if you're using decking, you're using this 19mm thick stuff, this would be a perfect little handy tool to just have on the deck, just to whack your boards through. I'll check now though to see if it has been cutting square. So after checking them all with the square there, they're pretty good. The only one that was a little bit off was the this large one here, but I mean I could have easily tweaked it a little bit when I was holding as well. It's hard holding short little bits and get them right. So yeah, quite impressed with that, especially considering there's a little bit of play there. You see that? If you haven't got it locked down, she does wiggle slightly, but then again so does my Makita, so kind of everything. Well, that's pretty good. I'm going to take this out on site, use it for a job, see how well she does, and I'll get back to you. Doesn't like it fast. You can go pretty fast, fast enough. Just don't push it. I took her out to work the other out of battery. Take 2. So I took this to work the other day and I built a privacy screen type thing, similar to this, and she's pretty darn good. I've been quite impressed with this thing. When I went and bought it, I didn't have high hopes, but it's been good with a few little mods. There might be some safety features that no longer exist. It even cuts okay with the 1.5 amp hour batteries. I don't know how long that'll last. Not very long, I would have thought, but it will cut. But overall, I've been very happy with this tool for the price. It's light and cheap and easy to use and quiet, and yeah, I didn't think I would like it. but you know, for the price and what it is, it does the job nicely. You know, you can't expect it to be a big powered drop saw or anything from one of the bigger brands, but yeah, I'm happy with it. That's the final line. So yeah, thanks for watching. But one more note. I did just look it up on Super Cheap's website, and I noticed it says clearance. So they're stopping selling this model. Maybe they're going to clear them out of the way because they've got a brushless one coming. Or maybe this is the end. Thanks for watching. Check out the other vids, subscribe, click the little bell if you want to notifications. You know, all that stuff by now, surely. See you later. Like a see-through blade.